the Nemesis and Nibiru system. So basically you will see this. You can start seeing the redness now and the whiteness above. You can see these natural clouds that are being burnt, the hydrogen being burnt off them now. There we go. You can see the yellowness of the Nibiru system, Nemesis, and also our natural sun coming up on the horizon. They do white screen these videos, Mexico cams. If you see or catch anything, they will get paranoid and cover it up. Look at the whiteness above, and you can see the Nibiru system below. They are two complete different reflections. They are showing themselves that they are reflections. So when the actual celestial bodies arrive, that's when everything will start to go wrong. The weather patterns, the tsunamis, the earthquakes, everything will start to cause a lot of issues. You can see here the two different colorings. We've got Nemesis and Nibiru on the right hand side, and our sun that's burning through on the left hand side. Look at this as well. You can see these natural clouds are having the hydrogen burnt off them. You can see in the distance there our sun that's about to travel upwards, and the hydrogen, because the sun is basically, as I said before, burning twice as much now, because the sun's core is being infected by Nemesis. You can see this. Look, it's got like wings. It's basically carrying these other heavenly bodies that are close to our sun now, and the reflections are here. Always remember, the reflections are here. Look at this. These chem clouds that are in front of the sun, the ones above, are natural clouds that are being burnt away. The military know this, and NASA knows this, and government. They're not saying nothing. So basically it's just us to observe the skies. Look at our sun burning through these chemtrails. And above you've got the system. Look at the shape of this these objects. Now the sun is in front of the objects, and these heavenly bodies are reflecting from the side and behind the heavenly system. The sun is burning the hydrogen off the clouds. You can see this. These are not natural clouds. Now, as I said before, in the early 2000s, 90s and the 80s, we would not see clouds like this. Look at the natural clouds above. They're not covering the sun at all, because the sun is burning twice as much now. You can see these natural clouds. Now, these are chem clouds. Look at the reflection and look at the sun. You're getting this creamy color and this blue color, this white hot color with a pinkish color. This is everything that's in front of the simulator that they put up there. Look on the seabed. Look on the sea. You will see the reflections of two bodies. At the top here, you will see that this is happening all now. See the two reflections on the seabed? You've got the yellowness and the white hotness. The thing is, though, basically these clouds that are underneath the simulator, the sun, these are not real clouds. These are covering that's what's below on the horizon. And if this had moved all out the way, we would see Nemesis. It's just very interesting to see these, because you can see a red reflection and all sorts of refractions. Look at this. This is what I saw the other day. These clouds are not our clouds. Have you ever seen clouds like this? I have not. It's like they're smudging out the sun. They're blocking it with aluminium and all sorts of other chemicals. Now, you haven't seen any planes on this weather cam. Now, I believe that they're using HAARP and CERN. They are controlling clouds to cover the sun and Nemesis. Look at this. You can see the chemtrails, the sort of like the chemicals and everything that are being whizzed about up there, that are being spread out up there to cover our sun in front of the simulator, so we don't see anything. Look at this as well. It's terrible, you know. Look at the blueness and the creaminess. We're getting a lot of this in the sky as well, because that is telling me that there is two objects that are up there that are very close to each other now. You're getting this angled sort of shaped of sun as well. The clouds, they sort of do like angles. They do straight lines. They're only doing this because they're cutting out Nemesis and Nibiru. They don't want you to see it. And they've been getting away with this now for many days now, many years. Look at this image here. This is a big giveaway. Look at the chem clouds, the shape of the sun, and look below. This object below would be Nemesis. Now look how round it is. This is being hidden from us, you see. It's reflecting off the sea. They are reflections of the sea. Now they can't hide it from the sea. Look at the top. Can you see where the core image is? And then at the bottom you've got another sun reflection. There's two. There's two. Can you see? You have to watch the ocean bed as well. On top of the ocean bed you will see that basically that there's two objects that are showing themselves. Okay, the blue, the light blue, and the yellowness. They smudge out these things with the chemtrails. They're spraying the skies. Basically, they're spraying the skies, and I think they're getting really clever at it now. Many people have spotted Nibiru and Nemesis through these chem clouds. They're now using different textures and different chemicals to basically get it thicker so you can't see them. But the thing is, they're coming in closer now. Okay, look again. You can see that there's two reflections. They can't do anything with the reflections on the seabed. Very strange. You know, these clouds look very strange, and they're covering everything. You can see. Look above the sun. It's like the sun's wearing a pair of sunglasses. I mean, come on. You know, they are covering these heavenly bodies. They're covering everything now. And it's really important that we all focus on this. Look at this. Look at these images. A silvery haze. Ian Gordon, a good friend of mine from the UK, says the clouds are now a silvery haze, and the sun is like it's in a watery haze. The sun is burning twice as much now. It's burning its nuclear fusion twice as much now, and we are having all these chemicals spread up there in the skies, and it's doing us no good. People must be looking up now thinking there's something wrong. They've got to be looking up now to say to themselves, there's something seriously wrong up there in the skies. Have you ever seen these clouds before? I have not. What we should be seeing now is basically a nice yellow sun and basically nice blue skies, not all this silver poison that's being spread out up there. Can you see the two reflections of the sun? There you go again. You've got this split, and then you've got two suns, the reflections. At the bottom it's very creamy, and that's its Nemesis that's down below from our sun, and the simulator is in front of it. This is all happening now, people. I can't stress out enough that this is all going off now, right behind us in our backyards. And you know, you can go out, go to the sea, go to the beach, and look at this on the horizons. It's very important that you do this. Go, if you know, relax. Just chill out in the back garden. Just look up at the skies. You will see that there's something seriously wrong. If you're in traffic driving, pull up, have a look at the sun. Have a look, look round the sun. You will see that they're covering the system. They're basically chemtrailing it, and there's two bodies out there. There's two suns out there. We're in a binary twin system. Just take a little look to have a look and have a think, and think to yourself, have I seen clouds like this before? Because no. You can see here, one at the top right and one down below. You can see where they're covering the system. This has been going on for a good long time now, and I believe that more and more people, and I hope now on the channel that I'm showing people that are new to the channel, that are looking to and noticing that these clouds are just not our clouds anymore. They're just strange, very strange chemicals that are up there, and they're just hiding all this that's coming now. The event is going to be coming soon, because as the years have gone by, the chemtrails, these clouds have basically got much worse. It's got very bad now. I'm going to basically show you another cam image, 2 seconds. Hello again, it's Matt. Look at this. This is another cam. you will see on this cam now, you will see what they've done to the skies on this other image. This is another part of Mexico. Now look again, you can see on the horizon, you can see the Nibiru system, Nemesis, that's down below, and you will see there's the sun, the image of the sun that's coming up above. You can see the whiteness, and you can see the haze of Nemesis on the lower horizon. You can see the reflections. Look at this. These clouds are very unnatural. They're very low, too low, and this is because the magnetic field from Nibiru, Nemesis, and the Earth, basically we are now pulling and tugging off each other. Can you see the two light sources? The one on the left, Nemesis, and the one on the right that's going above in the skies is our natural sun. Look at this. You can see that these objects are there on the horizon, but we're getting the reflections, and sooner or later, as I said before in the other footage, we're going to see the whole situation. Now this is a very interesting capture, this image. You can see where our sun's coming, and you can see just to the left the different colors. Okay. Now I have done in the past, I've passed my art courses at college and school and things, and I know about pastel colors and oil painting colors and stuff, and do a lot of pictures and do a lot of faces as well, draw people's faces and things for presents and things in the past. And I know about colouring and shading and stuff, and I know about two different reflections, and basically looking at these, which has brought me to the Mexico cams as well, and also brought me into the situation because the reflections tell the big story. Okay, now there only has to be, two different objects that are out there. Now one white and one that sort of burning, glowing yellow colour. Two heavenly bodies. Okay, we've got the sun and we've got Nemesis. This is a real event, and these colours are out there. There are 2 to 3 objects and more that are out there. Can you see this? It's really important what you see here. What they're doing is, basically they're using these chemtrails, and also, can you see where they've brought this this sheet of chemicals down to the seabed? Right, it's like a screen to hide everything. You know, they're like pulling the curtain now. They're pulling the wool over our eyes. Behind there, you would see Nemesis, huge. You would see it magnified. Okay, with Nibiru and our sun above. This is all happening now. Look, the picture says it all. Please now understand. The sun is basically going up. Okay, the whiteness, and you've got Nemesis on the horizon. It's right there in front of us now, and it's so important to know this now. Look at this. Now, these Mexico cams, I don't know if they're going to be pulled down soon, okay? But let me tell you something, okay? Look at this object, sit back and just study this image, because the sun now is going up to the right side. The chemtrails are being dragged down, and they're white screening, they're smoke screening the situation, and you would see Nemesis right there. That is Nemesis. That's right there behind them clouds. Okay, and the way it moves like a comet, and the brown dwarf is out there now. But these are reflections, okay, and these will be huge in the next time in future events. It's not going away. Can you see this? These are not our natural clouds. These are being put up there now to hide the truth. They're curtaining everything. They're covering everything, and they're dragging the chems down to the seabed in the distance. It just makes me upset, really, because I just want people to see what's going on. I want them to see the truth, you know. And these Mexico cams tell a lot of the truth of what's going on. You can see the natural clouds now. They don't know what they're doing. They're just basically there, and the chem clouds and everything are right behind them. See the natural clouds of this funny shape in the background. You can see them, and they're being burnt. They're being destroyed. Because what it is basically, because of Nemesis, they're not too sure what to do, and because of this, Nemesis is basically burning a lot of the hydrogen off the clouds and causing the sun to be affected. So these clouds are basically not doing what they used to do. They're not covering and looking after us. They're not sort of protecting us from the sun rays. So they're throwing up these chem clouds to hide the system, to try and block all what's going on. Very interesting that was. That webcam was very interesting to see that. There's the shape of the natural clouds that are going past now. They're being pushed away. Pushed right away. Our sun is not, the clouds are not producing any of of their work or job, what they're doing, like, you know. Anyway, so I'll come back to you with another cam. This next cam is very interesting. You will see what's going on in the horizons. Very interesting indeed. Hello again, it's Matthew. Can you see this? You've got Nemesis that's basically come on the horizon. You've got our natural sun that's coming up over the top of the Nemesis system. You'll see this now, the whiteness behind the chem clouds. And there's the Nemesis system that's in the background at the lower parts. Can you see how close it's getting? There are rain droplets on the screen. Look at the horizons, okay? Nemesis and Nibiru are on the horizons. The whiteness is our sun. Look at the chem clouds in the background, and also our natural clouds are being burnt. And basically, look at the two reflections on the sea. You saw 1, 2, 3, and then basically the sun will come up and you will see the sun's reflection as well. These things are happening, and we need to prepare, because basically I am seeing this in the daytime here in the UK as well. The same chemtrails are everywhere, is being chemtrailed. You can see these unnatural clouds, and I believe Harp and CERN are dealing with this. They are actually covering the system as well. Look on the horizon. Did you see the reflection then? There's reflections that are everywhere. And also we basically are in a binary twin. There's the simulator that's coming up in front of the sun now. There's no core there in the middle, the black dot, as they say. Basically it's there. And also Nemesis and Nibiru are there as well. The sun is basically looking large because of the simulator that they're hiding the heavenly bodies. Look at the clouds. They're not even doing anything. They're being burnt away because the sun is producing twice as much heat now to burn. It needs its fuel. It's starving itself from the fuel now that the sun needs, because the chemtrails are not doing any good to our health as well. And everything that's going on now, it's getting to a point now that we need to prepare and prep, you know. So I'm going to go back on to show you another webcam. 2 seconds. Hello people, it's Matt, and here's the other webcam that I'm going to show you now on the Mexico cams. You can see basically different reflections from Nibiru and our sun, and these strange clouds that are covering the whole system. They are using these clouds, these chemtrails. They are covering everything. It's the biggest event that's coming, and people still have their eyes down, and I want people to look up at the skies now. It's very, 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 very much true what's going on. Look to the right, at the bottom right hand side of the screen on the horizon. You can see the Nemesis system that's here on this cam, and above the different reflection of the sun that's above, you can see. We've got two different objects up there, and we've got Nibiru and Helion. And the moons, look at the whiteness and the redness in the distance. It's very important that you see these images now, because our sun is burning so much now. It's burning holes through these chemtrails. They're unnatural clouds. Look at the strangeness of them, and they have been here in the UK as well. Can you see this now? This is very important that you see this. Here in front, you can see that there's a sun. Okay? I'm not too sure if it's our own sun, but I believe there are other suns that are up there that move across the sky. There's so many things that we don't understand, so many things that we don't know. People just don't want to know. But look at the horizon of the background. You can see that Nemesis and Nibiru will be there, up there in the background. You can see where the whiteness is traveling across the sky. Look at this. To the right is Nemesis. Okay, the reflections. You can see to the left here as our sun is burning holes through the clouding because it's burning the hydrogen off them constantly now. It's being white hot, and you can see the redness to the right hand side. People need to now be aware of this. You can see now the Nemesis system that's glowing up. The reflections are coming through, and they're also now harming our clouds and harming the chem cloud. They're harming everything. They're burning everything. Nemesis is getting just as hot now. Can you see the two objects? Now this is very important you see this. Look to the right, you can see one of the objects, okay? And to the left you can see our sun that's reflecting. This is very important that you spot these situations now. Can you see the blueness and the orangeness? They are two heavenly bodies up there. And we're getting this strange reflection on the ground as well. This orange reflection, as I said in other videos, this is Nemesis that's reflecting off our Earth. It's only a matter of time now. It's only a matter of time now until we are really affected about this system. Okay, the skies don't lie. They put this big thick cloud in front of everything, so you think that everything's okay. Look at the white hotness of the sun, and look at the yellowness and the orangeness of the Nibiru system. It's here. It's been here for some time now, but it's getting huge. It's getting bigger. Other channels are showing the truth now, which I appreciate, and that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There's some really good, strong people out there. You've got Dill Martin. He's absolutely brilliant, and he shows some real good truth of what's going on. Fantastic guy. Respect to you, Dill. You can see now that I'm coming through. You can see on the right hand side, you can see where Nemesis is. The reflections are here. You can see the chemtrails in the background, and also the natural clouds that are below the chem system, the chemtrails. They're just being moved away, pushed away. There's no use for them anymore. It's all now chems. The chems are protecting us. Well, they're trying to protect us to the very end until they can't hold it much longer. Look at this. Looks like HAARP clouds, CERN. These are HAARP clouds that are being controlled through the skies. Look at the shape of them. These have been documented before. The bottom clouds are natural clouds, and they're just being burnt away. They become this strange shape, as I showed you on another video before. Strange times. I'm going to show you now another webcam. Hello, it's Matthew again, and here's another webcam. The ones with the ships on there, on the Mexico cams. You will see there are some strange objects on this cam. I know that there's a lot of lens flare on this cam as well, and basically it's a situation where you need to catch the heavenly bodies, the reflections, because I do believe in a few good years' time, I'm not sure when it's going to happen or where it's going to be affected the most, but what I can say to you is basically this is going to happen, because the thing is basically that it's getting larger. These heavenly bodies are getting larger. The reflections are getting much more. Can you see that? Did you see that? Look at this. Look. Can you see how it lights up? Well, there's something that's behind the clouds that's lighting up from the system. You can see now. Just take note of the sky. You can see the blueness in the background. These are reflections, and the redness of the Nibiru system, Nemesis. And here is this object that looks like another celestial body, a huge sun. There's things that are going on up there, you see. And look at the chem clouds. They're just silver, nasty, ploggy looking clouds that are being pushed very close down. They're heavy. They've got chemicals in them, and we're all breathing these in. And these people that go on a holiday on these ferries, they're throwing their money away because they're breathing all these chemtrails in now, and it's just disgusting how government are fooling us. Look here, you can see two objects in the sky, the whiteness being our sun, and you can see the redness of being Nemesis and Nibiru. They're here. There's no doubt in it now. They're here. It's all here. These light sources, there are many things going up in the skies as they're chemtrailing. They're chemtrailing with these thick, nasty clouds to black out the truth. There's too many reflections, refractions. There's too many objects that are up there moving across the skies. Far too many. And those of you who know about colours and different reflections and tints, things like that, will know that something's wrong. And I know that many of you subscribers out there that are viewing the channel, you know there's something wrong with these clouds. They just look like a real nightmare. They don't look real at all. They're so dark and nasty, just pure filth, really, to be honest with you. So what I'll do is now I'll go to another cam. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So again, it's Matthew on another Mexico cam. You can see these clouds, can't you? In the early morning sky, you can see basically that they've just been burnt. They've been burnt away. Now, this is very interesting. Here is this pink haze where these chemtrails are trying to hide. What is it? I don't know. But let me tell you something. I believe that it's a massive amount of trash from the oxide dust trail. There's millions and billions of miles long that's heading our way. Now, I took a video last summer of debris that were coming behind these heavenly bodies, and I believe that these are part of the system. Did you see that? Can you see? Basically, if I go back, this is Nibiru system. This is the Nemesis system. Complete different colors in the skies. It's got like wings. It's big. And then you've got then the sun that's rising with the oxide trash that's in the background below the chemtrails, behind the chemtrails. They have about 20-30 planes in the morning that trail across the sky. But because of what's happening now, the heat from Nemesis and the sun is basically burning their work away. So it's a waste of time. It's starting to become a waste of time now. But they're still doing it. Something is rising on the horizon in the background and going away. Can you see that? Don't be fooled by other people that think that it's just a reflection from the sun. No. Why would it be a reflection from the sun? Because we live on Earth and there shouldn't be any reflections. It should be just a one sun, but you know now that Nemesis and Nibiru are here. You know this, and I'm just going to keep doing this and showing you truth to the very end. Now, these are the sort of clouds I saw the other day whilst out shopping. You can see basically, look at these clouds, okay? And look on the corner, the left-hand side, you can see the Nemesis system and the Nibiru system. Look at the reflections. Look what they're doing. These chemicals, they're trying to act like normal clouds. But look what they're doing. The metal in these chemtrails are holding back what they don't want us to see. Look at the lines, the haze on the sky. These situations are here. Now the simulator is coming into play. Now look here, it's very interesting what you see here. The shape of the sun isn't right anymore. Look at the bottom of the sun. Can you see the darkness? Now what's going on here? This is a giveaway because I believe that the atmosphere is there. Now the thing is though, in front is the simulator. The sun is behind it. This object, the simulator, is giving itself away here in this image. Look at it very carefully. The darkness behind, there is clouds. There's clouds behind that simulator in the upper atmosphere. They are letting it away now. They're giving the situation away. It's failing now. Look on the sea below. You can see the sun's reflection, and you can see also this huge simulator that's close to us. This is just amazing to see this image because basically it's just the blackness up below the simulator and the reflections and everything are all wrong. It just Doesn't make sense. Can you see again this strangeness, this square-shaped sun? Now look at this square-shaped sun. Now at the bottom there you've got a huge reflection of Nemesis. It's big. The reflections are coming in too strong now. Look above. You can see the simulator. Look at the shape of it. It's like a square, diamondy shape. And all these cloaking devices that are just below it. The simulator is just in our atmosphere. Our sun is a long way away. Okay? And they are covering the sun now. And this is like a huge mirror, a huge cloaking device that NASA and the military are using. And this image says 1,000 words because look at it. Just look at the angles and the corners of this simulator. Here we go again. Now the thing is, the simulator is in front and the sun is behind, and this high cloud is giving the whole game away. This dark cloud. It's a chem cloud and it's covering Nemesis. Now if that was removed, you will see a glow. It's even covering the reflections. Just if you can see the sun's reflection to the right, you can just see Nemesis reflection on the sea. You can see two reflections there. Strange times. You know, these are very strange times now. You can see two reflections there. There's the simulator going down, and this cloud is moving with the simulator. It's not moving away. It's not being burnt. This is a very thick, poisonous piece of thin metal in the sky that's basically hiding the situation. And they're using HAARP and CERN to control it. It's all happening now. Look at the sea. You can see 2 or 3 reflections on the sea, and also above you can see these sun reflections. But there's gaps missing, and the gaps prove that the moons and other objects are up there, and they will be coming down soon. Can you see the yellowness and then the haze above, and our natural clouds being burnt? See, this cloud is just blatantly covering another heavenly object. They are play acting the game right to the end. Right to the end. I'll show you another weather cam now. It's very interesting, the Mexico cam, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Hello everyone, it's Matt again, and look on the left side of this next Mexico cam. You can see a pink haze from Nibiru and Nemesis. It will get stronger slightly. They've white screened that image, as you can see, and you can see the pinkness on the left hand side, and sun coming up somewhere above it to the middle. This is all happening. Look at the pinkness. This proves everything, to be honest with you, and I'm not here to scare people. I'm just here to show the truth and hopefully to save lives and prepare people to the next coming event. Can you see the reflections, how it gets pink? Because we have the binary twin in our system now. They're very strange clouds, as you can see. They're very, very strange chem clouds. Makes you wonder what the government are up to, because it's a very dangerous situation, really. You can see the reflections from the different parts of the system, and these clouds move strangely. They stop and they don't move at all for ages. Okay, sometimes hours, and then all of a sudden they start moving when the reflections start changing. When the reflections disappear, the clouds just freely move. But when the reflections are blatantly there in front of us all, they stop and they don't move. And this has been reported and documented, and many people have seen this and sent me emails saying this is happening. There's a guy called Emsley, a really nice, kind subscriber from the UK. He said and noticed that these clouds don't move. They're like they're being controlled. It's happening all over the world now. We're getting the same clouds everywhere around the world. Here in the UK, we've got the same reflections. Everything is looking the same. It white screen things to stop us from seeing things. Chem clouds, chemtrails. It's just absolutely strange situations in our skies now. And I just want to show you the proof of what's going on these cams. Look at this. You can see this haze that's coming in, and then the reflections are dropping to the left. I mean, come on, it's just absolutely crazy what's going on in this world now. And they just want us to keep concentrating on ISIS and wars that are happening around the world, taking the guns off people. It's just basically propaganda lies. They don't want us to know the truth of what's really going on in the skies. So here we are, we've got chemtrails that are just being spread across the skies. It's just getting to a point now where we all now have to prepare, because the system is getting very close now. I will go to another cam. Hello, it's Matt again. Can you see this? The different sort of reflections again that I keep telling people. I want people to be aware of this. Other channels, fantastic channels, are showing this in this situation as well. Can you see this? It's as the sun comes up, or the sun is before the sun comes up, you can see the Nibiru system, the different reflections. Look, there's many celestial bodies that are with this this different solar system that's going to meet in between our solar system. Look here, to the right you've got very red skies, okay, and to the left they meet each other, the reflections are joining, they're all together, they're with the sun. Now look at the buildings. The buildings are being reflected by Nemesis. This reddy colour is not our sun. The red colour on the buildings is not from our sun. There's the trash in the background, which will be coming, and when it does come, it basically makes a swing back, and then it comes back again. So we get two lots of the trash that come hitting through our system. I pray for everybody, because I just hope that people do survive. I don't know how, but I just hope that people do survive, because you're all fantastic people, and my respect goes out to every single one of you for watching the channel. I'm doing it just off my own back. It's dedication to you people. I'm not in it for any other reason. I'm in it just to basically show you the truth of what I see. I see many things in the skies. Cryptid Star, fantastic subscriber, fantastic channel. He sends me emails and he sees exactly the same things that I see. And these things need to be documented. They need to be shown to all you subscribers, so you're all fully aware of the situation. Now, did you see that? You can see, boom, you can see the light in the horizon, and then it dims again. This is from one of the heavenly bodies, one of the objects that are in the system. Have you, as I said before about clouds that don't move, look in the background. They're moving only slowly over the heavenly body. Nowhere else. They're just staying there, and they're just slowly moving to cover what's going on in that area of the skies. So we keep our eyes down and think that everything's normal. It's not normal. It really isn't normal. There's an object that moves away from the sky. You can see that. I will show you another cam now. Hello again, it's Matthew. Look at this image on the Mexico cams. Can you see? This is the trash that's coming through from the Nibiru Nemesis system. These are the reflections, and NASA knows it. The government knows it as well, and they are preparing. Look at this image. This is the trash that's being dragged from all over the system, and the Earth is picking up the horizon images of this system that's coming in. It is massive. The biggest event of our lives is coming shortly. I'm just going to flick through the cam so you can start seeing these objects that are moving up in the skies. It's all reflections. Look at the reflections on the sea, and look at the reflections in the sky. There's these clouds. If you look on the horizon, they start to move as they're hiding the heavenly bodies. These are unnatural chemtrails that are coming into the system. It's just amazing to see how these are being controlled before our sun is the simulator and everything as well. Let's try this way so we can see the sun. You can see the simulator and the sun on this image. Here it comes. Look at this now. It's very important you see this. Now Nemesis will be below the sun. You've got the reflections there from the simulator, but what they do is, as people have documented it before, they white screen the image. Can you see that they've white screened it so we can't see the glimpse, and then it comes back into play, but you can see blatantly that the simulator is in front of our sun, and basically this cloaking device moves and changes so we can't see any of the Nibiru system. It's time to believe now. Look at the size of it. Look at the shape of this. This isn't our natural sun. Okay, this isn't our natural sun. Thing is though, on the horizon you can see the yellowness from Nemesis as it's going down. They are hiding it with this simulator. No one has seen the sun like this before in the past. Look at this image here. You can see that the sun looks like it's got wings, but behind it and beside it you've got the trash. Everything is darkening our sun now. Our sun is going into darkness. And there you have, if I go back, you've got the sun that's going down, and then you've got the heavenly body reflection that's coming up. As the sun's gone down, you're getting these objects. The simulator can't do its work when the reflections are showing. Then you've got the Nibiru system in the background, just the redness, and then it's white screen so you can't see anything, and then it's gone. I'll show you another cam. Here is the volcano cam that you will see on the image here on the Mexico cams. The time there is it's 6:06, and that's basically here there in Mexico on the 10th. And we're just going to go through the cam images. You can see where the lava is coming out of the volcano. It's very important that we see these volcano cams, and I will show you these as many times as I can. There's explosions going on behind that them clouds. It's getting bigger, and basically these clouds are hiding the situation. This is here. If I go back, they white screen the situation again, and look, you can see the reflections of Nemesis that's up there on the horizon. The clouds change color. These are not clouds that are being reflected from our sun, because our natural sun is yellow to white. It's getting whiter now though, because of the system that's making it twice as hot. It's making it really hot now. I still wish that people would look up. You know, there's many subscribers out there, and there's many genuine people out there that are looking up and know that something's wrong. It's just that I would like many, many more to look up at the skies and notice that these reflections are all completely different from what they were in the past. They really are different now. And it's just important to look through the different cams and show the footage to people as well. I'm going to go to another cam now. Here I am again. Hi, it's Matthew. And basically you can see these reflections. Now it's very important, because the thing is though, okay, people say they're sundogs. They're not sundogs, because sundogs would be the same colour. Now sundogs have only been out for a number of years. There was no touching the sundogs before because of the chemtrails. There was no chemtrails. Now the thing is though, basically, you can see on the right hand side of the screen, Nemesis, and there again you can see the whiteness of our natural sun, and the simulator that makes it a different color. You can see all this happening now. Can you see this object that's at the right hand corner of the screen? Now that is Nemesis, the reflection of Nemesis. Now if them clouds were moved away, everybody down below would be looking up now. I am sure that many people are looking up now thinking, what is going on? They can see the different colors, the different textures of what's going on. There is something that's reflecting off our clouds and the chemtrails without a shadow of a doubt. Nemesis and Nibiru are here, And also the sun is burning twice as much, burning the hydrogen, as I said before, off the clouds. The system is here now. And these Mexico cams actually show multiple proofs that we have a binary twin in the system and also other planets. I will go back out when it's clear and basically a bit less coldness in the night to stay out through the night to video the stars and skies because I want to show you these real situations and what are going on now. I'm going to go to another cam now. So can you see the natural clouds? They are natural clouds and they're not covering anything. These are the ones that are supposed to be covering our natural sun, but they can't. They're not doing it because the Nibiru's. Hello people, thank you for getting back, and this is solid proof that we have a binary twin. Watch this cam. Can you see here the horizon? The horizon on the right hand side here, you can see the haze from another heavenly body, but the next image you can start seeing now. Okay, so if I go back above, there's the whiteness, and there you have it, the two binary suns. Okay, on the right you've got Nemesis and you've got that sun coming up on the left hand side. Look at this. You can even start to see the core, okay, the core of Nemesis. Okay, you've got three objects there in the skies that are being covered by the chemtrails, and these natural clouds are being burnt away. These images say 1,000 words. Look to the left, look to the right, and look above. There are three objects in the sky. You can see this now, and they are trying to hide the whole situation. I think it's come to a point though now these days that NASA doesn't really care now, to be honest with you. The government think, well, they must be watching our channels, okay? They must be watching our channels and thinking, well, people are still not saying anything, they're not going to believe this. They don't care. People don't care. They just go on their day-to-day lives, which I respect and, you know, fair play. But I believe that most people don't care about what's going on, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I've spoke to people and they've said, well, if it happens, it happens. We can't do anything about it, which is true, really, isn't it? You know, it's absolutely true. If it happens, it happens. The only thing is, it is going to happen. It really is going to happen. These are very strange clouds. And when I was 15, 16 to 20, I used to look at the skies every night. I just used to look up at the clouds and skies because this is our Earth and it's beauty and it's nice to see the blue skies. But I never seen clouds, chem clouds and reflections like this in my life. I'll go to another cam now. Again, it's Matthew, and look at this. You can see an object, two objects up in the sky. Now, I believe these are craft. I don't believe they're military or anything like that, or what are craft, but they are up there monitoring us and monitoring the skies, and they know that the system is here. And it's just basically, they do get showing up on the cams every day, really, on different cams, and that you can see them, you know. Terry, a friend of mine in the UK, has sent me some brilliant images. He knows they're up there without a shadow of a doubt. He's told me and basically emailed me some fantastic messages of sightings that he's had. These are fantastic objects, and I believe that they're up there. I've seen them myself moving around up there as well. So basically, we're going to go through this footage. You can see now there's a reflection, a huge reflection coming up in the skies. Okay, very huge, very large, and then it's dimming down again. And you can see the redness on the right hand side. That is Nemesis. See, I'm showing you these images, and I know I'm repeating myself, but the thing is, though, these are very spectacular. These images, and basically, it's coming. You know, the pole shift will come, and these bodies will rip land through, causing tsunamis and all sorts of bad situations. These are chemtrails, clouds that are basically trying to hide the system. Can you see where it's blocking up? If I go back, you can see behind them thick clouds. You can see the purpleness, the redness in the sky on the right hand side. And they're just basically covering Nemesis and Nibiru. It's not going to be for long though, guys. This isn't going to be for long. I think the game's up soon. The game is up soon, because one day we're not going to have any chemclouds or any coverings in the skies whatsoever, and that's when it's all going to end, I believe. And when the sun goes into darkness, I think it's time to basically pack a bag and try and seek for high land. Or if you're one of those that like to sit on top of the house or on your porch with your bottle of wine or whatever you want, so you can see the live show in action, the big screen event, because it's happening. Did you see that? Let's have a look at this. I saw that. See that at the top there? Is that a cloud? I'm not sure, but it's very round. Disappeared now. It's just basically I do monitor the cams all the time to catch anything that's strange in the skies. You know, you have to have a focused mind and basically look in detail what's going on, because the clouds are very strange, these chemtrails, and they're very low as well, very, very low. Did you see that to the right hand side? That's an object there, the right hand side. It's just basically looking to see what you can find on the cams. We're going to head for a sundown here. See the whiteness, the brightness up on the top left hand side of the screen, and down at the bottom you've got this redness, this orangeness, okay, and that is the Nibiru system. They can't hide it anymore. Go to another cam and see what we can find on the next cam. See, this is a live cam, and you can see the cars and the people that are walking around, okay, and they don't know what's going on. They're just doing their day-to-day activities like a lot of people around the world, and you can see the sky in the background, the whiteness of the sun that's shining, and the redness on the right hand side of the Nibiru system. And these cams don't lie. Okay, so through the day they will see that they will start you know, seeing the red reflections everywhere, because the Mexico cams tell the absolute truth. And it's just very important, I believe, that I am here. Okay, I do have a prayer to God, and basically through the night, you know, I have the odd, you know, just basically to send my messages to the Lord, and basically it just makes me feel better, you know, to do that. And basically I would like other people, if other people are doing that too. Respect to you all, really, and I send messages to you, hand on heart, that people will survive and things hopefully don't happen the way that I'm seeing this on the Mexico cams and other cams. I just want everybody to be safe, and basically to be aware of the situation, you know, be strong and becoming aware, your awareness of knowing where we are, that we're in a binary system, and this binary system is getting close now to our sun, affecting our skies, affecting the core of the earth, and also lots of other things that are going on around the world. We have to just be genuine, we have to be calm, and be ourselves. Don't be fooled by manipulation, materialistic things. We've just got to be natural and be calm and respect one another. It's so important that we do this, because if we can do this, we can be strong. Because it's a lot of spiritual situations that are happening around us right now, and these evil individuals and situations, and also spirit around us all the time. Okay, they just want you to be feeling down. They want to suck the energy out of you. They don't want you to look up and see the truth. They will try and sidetrack you. They will say things to you. They will try and make other people look like dummies, you know, and it's just totally unfair. Because I was awakened by all this 2 years ago in October 2015, when I saw 2 large yellow orbs in the sky, moving across the sky together south at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I was fully awakened then. Okay, and basically I saw these objects in the sky, these celestial bodies that I'd never seen up there before, and I was totally blown away with that. See, and I thought to myself, I'm going to look into this. And when I did look into it, I basically noticed on YouTube channels, okay, Steve Olson, Chris Potter, Prep Ozzy, Dill Martin, now Cryptid Star, fantastic guy, many others, Sharice Nelson, Charlie Mitchell. There's untold people like Chris Actor, fantastic guy that's helped me as well through the channel. I never dreamed of starting a channel. I'm not one of these sort of people that want to do a channel. You know, at the beginning, I started then just collecting images from the Mexico cams and other cams around the world with Aurora Sky Station live cam, and sending images to these genuine people, Chris Potter and also Steve Olson and Prep Ozzy and many others. I was sending these images to them, and they were sending me messages back to my email saying, "Oh, Matthew, that's fantastic. Wow, these are mind-blowing, these images." And these people I'm talking about now will be nodding their heads now, because they know, basically, they know the system's here because they have seen it themselves. They are fully aware that there is something going on up there, and it's 100%. And Ian Gordon, this kind, respectable chap, has studied the skies for many years, many years. He has equipment that I've said on the channel before, that he basically tests the atmospheric situation and the chemtrails, and he knows that the aluminium, that we're breathing it in all the time, and the natural clouds are being burnt away. Now look at the haze to the left hand side. That shouldn't be there on the horizon, and these people are being manipulated by the government, the news media, the propaganda. They're doing their daily lives. They're having their wages snipped by the tax system. So the government are building their underground cities. They're working there God knows how many hours to survive, because the money, the renting and the mortgages and everything has just gone sky high now. And basically, I just wish that they would come out of the situation and rise above it. Not to lose their jobs, to carry on their daily lives because they love their families and they want to be with the people, and that is a natural thing for everybody. It's a blessing that we have people with us, other people as well. They're all blessed. We're all blessed people, and basically, if only we all stood up to the government, if only we all stood up to NASA and the media to say enough's enough. We can see this now. We can see these heavenly bodies rising up as the sun is up in the sky with the simulator. Look on the horizons. You can see the reflection of the heavenly bodies. Look at the clouds. They stop. They don't move. These clouds don't move. They only move when half of the sun is controlling them. And at the moment on this Mexico cam, they are still. They're hiding that object that's rising on the horizon. You can see it burning through the clouds. It's all happening now. So just big respect to you and everything, and I will go to another cam. Here's the other cam image that I'm going to show you now on the Mexico cams. Now this is very interesting, this image, okay, this webcam, because basically if you look to the right hand side you can see a line reflection of a heavenly body, the edging, you can see it behind that chem cloud and the thickness. Now look on the horizon, they have done a big blanket of chemtrails. They've chemtrailed all morning, and you can see now the reflections. Can you see it lighting up now? The reflections. There you go, the pinkness and the whiteness haze. This is a body that's coming down, a heavenly body, and you can see the chemtrails as I'm pressing through the image. Can you see how thick? It's like a blanket of chems that's in the sky, hiding Nemesis and Nibiru right now. So that part of this country is showing it huge. It's magnified. and then the sun's coming up from the other side. It's just a situation where we all need to prepare now. We all need to prepare for everything that's going on. It's all happening now. I just changed the cam. Hello, it's Matthew again, and I want to show you how they chemtrail the heavenly bodies on this cam. Can you see how it's all lines and coverings? Nibiru and Nemesis are behind them chemtrails. Nibiru's down the bottom left hand corner and our sun is coming up on the right hand side. Look at the thickness of these chemtrails that are being produced in the skies to hide the heavenly bodies. It's just frustrating really to know what's going on behind them chemtrails, and wanting many other people to notice what's going on. Because the sun doesn't just go up and down and bob up and down like this. Look on the left hand side. These are reflections, different reflections from heavenly bodies. You know, this is a true situation. It's like this though, if you think about it. Say if you had a window, okay, as the sky. You had a window and it was smoked glass, okay, and you were stood or sat in front of that smoked glass screen, and somebody was behind it, okay, with four different lights, and they have the lights in front of each other, one behind each other, sorry. And what happens, the person's moving the light forwards and then drifting it to the left, and then there's someone else with the other light that's moving it forward and drifting it to the left. This is what's going on. This is not one object, this is 3 or 4, 5 objects. Can you see? It's up again, moving, up again, up. These are different objects that are reflecting through our atmosphere. You can see this now, can't you? And I will be showing this as many times as possible to show you that there are objects up there that are in our skies behind our clouds. I've spoke to lots and lots of people that have said that the system is being helped by other beings as well to stop us from seeing what's going on. There is things going on up there, people, yeah? There really is. And my grandfather said to me, in my lifetime I will see something that's going on. I will see a big, huge event. And I believe him. Can you see this? Did you see that? Look here. On the horizon, just where this building is on the left-hand side, you can see this yellow small orb moving in the sky. Did you see that? Look. There. There. It's just behind the cloud as well. I'll show you a few times there. 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 You can see that. Look there. Right up and just where that spire is on the left-hand side. Just above you can see celestial body moving. There you go. Behind them chemtrails. See? There it is. There it is. There it is. Just looking out for things, you know, and you will see them. You will see them. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I will do another Mexico cam video very shortly. And I want you to keep your eyes to the skies, get your camcorders out, look on the Mexico cams. It's very interesting what you see. And respect to you all, respect to everybody that I've mentioned on the video. And I found out how to do longer videos now, which I appreciate. And I just want to show the proof. You know, I feel that I need to show you the truth and the proof of what's going on.